Before we continue on with the video, so here's a word from today's sponsor. Okay, make sure it's the white tray up. So these are my channel name stickers made by Stonic. Now, if you want something like this, use promo code John Agustin to apply 15% of all products if you want to buy or customize your own stickers. Valid until August 31, 2024. If you happen to drop by or catch me in my shoots or in my races, you may hit me up and I will give this all for free. So hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and finally I'm going to test drive the all new Kia Seltos SX Turbo. So I already did my full walk around tour back here as well too at Kia BGC. After this, I will do a quick walk around tour of the base model to see how it fares out within the lineup and to see which is the best one. But for now, I think I would say the Turbo because you all know me, I am spoiled for performance. And if you're new to the channel, powering this is a 1.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that produces 140 horsepower and 242 newton meters of torque. And new for all of the Seltos lineup, this one is mated to a 7-speed wet type dual clutch transmission, built-in telescopic steering as you can see here, and the clusters here now are all digital. Remember, check out my walk around review. I did my full detailed stuff here in the cluster. Here's your reverse camera only, but at least you have your sensors still, and I love the gear lever. It still displays what gear you are in. So first impressions immediately with this Seltos SX. So like with the middle trim with the 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine, the driving dynamics is pretty much the same in terms of the steering feel. So currently here just in eco mode, then if I go to sport mode, just weights up ever so slightly, but overall it's still a pretty easy steering feel. And then floor it a bit delay in eco mode, but of course knowing me, let's put the sport mode later on, but let's just leave it in comfort mode, which most people will use. With other cars that have a naturally aspirated van, then you go up and upgrade to this turbo model, usually it gets heavier. But for this Seltos, surprisingly, I don't see much of the weight difference. So I expect this to be a very fun crossover to drive, and surprisingly for a somewhat subcompact crossover but on the bigger side of the category, this still feels pretty agile for what this is. Of course, the Sonet is the smallest one you can get, but with this Seltos, I've driven even the original one, like what I said in the EX review. If you know, you know. For my viewers out there, I enjoyed driving the Seltos. I think that was even my first time driving ACVT transmission. So a bit refreshing that I'm driving the Seltos now in this turbocharged with the dual clutch transmission. And I literally forgot, having now the top of the line model, you get seat ventilations, not to my surprise. And now let's try sport mode, and the cluster here is pretty much the same like with some Hyundais out there, being honest. And here, let's floor it. Ooh, wow. Alright, and here a bit of a gymkhana course. Wow. Wow. So, okay, that I will be honest and I will keep saying it. Compared with the Seltos EX, this is much more fun because you have a turbocharged engine, and this feels just as good as the first time that I drove the Seltos, down with the 2-liter engine with actually like 8 more horsepower than this, but the low down torque is much more crazier since this has like what, almost 100 or maybe 50 or 80 newton meters more torque than that of the 2-liter engine. This is surprisingly pretty fun to drive. And that was just sport mode. Let's just put it back to comfort mode, and I will test all of the bumps once we're here around at the Mine Museum hubs here in High Street. There was still delay in sport mode, but once you get going, this thing pulls like crazy. And the handling, despite again the steering a bit too light for my liking, I'll be honest with that, it's still pretty easy to use. And here, comfort mode. Okay, there's still a delay, however it's not as bad, I would say, like in eco mode. But of course, eco mode, there's some purposes, of course, hence the name. And here over the big humps, okay. Right, the suspension, comparing only like that of the Sonet, since I just drove that too, This one feels a little bit more softer. The dampening's pretty good too. I mean, there's just the right amount of bounce. It's not too hard, not too stiff. It's actually perfect, but more on the comfort side of things. So just put a graph here. Yeah, this Seltos is as good as I once remembered. So you all know me before. I wasn't really a fan of the EX middle trim because the engine was a bit of a letdown. But this Seltos is much more suited with the older 2-liter and this turbocharged engine. Wow. Wow, look how fast you go. And it sounds good too. And the NVH insulation above here, you have the sunroof. Yeah, insulation in the cabin is pretty good. Wow. Yeah, that's another issue too I found with this Seltos. Well, I was not expecting this SX to have this missing feature, I would say. There's no manual mode, but that's pretty much it. However, the dual clutch, yeah, super responsive and super fast to shift. It's no supercar sports car, however, it still gets the job done pretty well. And yeah, I didn't mind not having the manual mode, but I wish there was like paddle shifters like where you can get in some other countries. I think like Canada or US, they have that option. But anyways, as my experience now just driving here around in BGC, yes, doing the job pretty well. And overtaking in this is of course lightning quick. Wow, this is unbelievably fast. I cannot believe it. The original Seltos was a bomb to drive. It was very good. But for this turbocharged variant now, the updated model, this one, yeah, it's among one of still the best crossovers that I've driven, especially with this engine. I wish people will have a look at this more. But if you're planning to buy the Seltos, just go ahead and get the Seltos SX turbocharged model. You get all of the features here, like what I said in the walk-around review: Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, digital cluster, and the weirdest thing here, which is as well available in the Sonet, the sounds of nature. Let's leave it at rainy day because I'm calling all the rain. I want to rain as hard as possible here now in the country because it's so hot. Anyways, for this top of the line model now, this one is at 1,688,000 pesos. It comes at a price, but again, you got the features and this. Oh, that turbocharged engine is work of art, I would say. My fast-paced driving, we've been averaging 14 liters per 100 kilometers. So that's like 7 to 7.5 kilometers per liter. Before I was able to shoot, I was able to do like 12 liters per 100 kilometers. So that's around like 8 kilometers per liter. Not bad for a very powerful turbocharged engine. So I understand why they did downsize it a bit from 1.5 to 1.4. Maybe that's something to do with that, but I don't want to get too technical with that. Yeah, this Seltos SX, yeah, what a car, surprisingly. Again, I would like to thank one more time, excuse me. Wow. Again, I would like to thank everyone here at AC Motor Central, to Kia BGC, to Sir Erubs, and to Sir Raymond here who assisted me here in this test drive. So these are the contact details. So I just did to my Kia Sonet LX manual walk-around review, and today too was the Kia branch drive event along too with Kia Picanto and Stonic Owners Club. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more Kia test drives and reviews coming right up. Sorry. Right, bye bye.